There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going on. Battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going on. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and carrying signs. Mostly say hooray for our side. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going on.
Here it is, Pittsfield emergency backup power. Beautiful.
Oh yeah, pretty nice.
Paranoia strikes deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and take you away.
Hey guys, StrategyWorldGaming here for our first TWHUB interview with Cabal. He's the founder of RoundEggFilms. Cabal, how are you doing today?
I am doing excellent. They call me Cabal, but mostly they call me El Civ. I'm the greatest Civilization 5 player in the world.
Awesome. Cabal's a lover of strategy RTS games, and he just loves to play them. You know, strategy games and these turn-based strategy, you know, he's that person to go to. You know, go check out his channel. You know, I'm looking through his channel right now as we are conducting this interview, and his channel's looking pretty sweet. I mean, if you go through his content in the games, he has World of Conflict, you know, he has even game reviews. So, Cabal, what interested you into playing Total War series?
All right, first of all, I'd like to preface that I'm not actually the greatest Civilization player in the world, but I am pretty good. Anyway, what really got me into creating a YouTube channel was I finally got a computer that can handle this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I was curious as to just how well I could make a video, and I'd never really had any practice before. So after I got the rig, I just started playing games that I had fun playing, and it all kind of just fell into place from there because it's just fun, really.
Oh yeah, that is true. All right, so what do you think about the Total War 2, Total War 2 launch? Like, what kind of happened there? You know, what in your opinion happened? Like, yeah.
All right, so I've always been a huge fan of Total War games ever since the original Shogun. I've always been a massive fan. So, you know, when Rome 2 got released, and honestly, you know, my opinion on it is I think it was an absolute disaster. I think that it's the only disaster that is worse than the Rome 2 release is the SimCity launch, and that game was awful.
That was true. That is true.
Yeah, and you know, especially the way it was hyped before Rome 2 got released. They were playing videos constantly. They had TV spots. You know, they hyped it so much, and then when it finally came out, it stung even worse because of all the hype. You know.
Oh yes, indeed.
Got it, and it was just really bad, and it sucks, but because. You know, it's Total War. It should be good.
Right? And if you guys want to go more in depth on that, he does have a Rome Total War 2 review. Go check that out, guys. You know, subscribe and go check that out. Has anybody, who inspired you in your life to like history? Was it anybody personally, or was it like a school teacher or anything? Like, who made you get interested into history-based games?
Honestly, it was just me stumbling upon them. I mean, ever since I was very young, I had a kind of a hankering to learn more about history. I've had a few, you know, pretty decent history teachers and shit throughout my life, and but honestly, just getting into the whole history genre of video games and books and movies was kind of my own doing because I've just always had that spark. And I think that history is kind of a subject that a lot more people need to take more seriously nowadays.
Right. That is true. We'll go with that. That is true. All right. So as you guys see, he gave us a little background about that. Now, what is your favorite Total War game, and what era is your favorite in the Total War series so far?
So my favorite Total War game is always clearly going to be the original Rome, simply due to the fact that I think it had the perfect mix of the combat, the diplomacy, and the overall strategy.
Right.
All combined into one title.
That is true. I did enjoy it myself. What do you rate as your second favorite?
Second favorite, a lot of people didn't like it, especially at launch, but I think Empire might be my second favorite, just because the single player in that was unbelievable. I love the map.
Oh yeah, I loved Empire too. A lot of people don't like it because of the bugs, but yeah, Empire, I will agree with you on that as well. Empire was a beautiful game, especially when I used to play a lot of online battles of that game, so yes, I do know.
Yeah, you're like an Empire Total War master, so yeah.
I know, but there's other, there's 30 other people that are pro in that game, so I'm just not the only one. All right, so he gave you guys a little bit of background on what his what favorite, his Total War era and Total War games are. Now, a question for you is, how do you think the hub will affect you in the upcoming future?
Well, all right, the Total War community is pretty much dominated by a few major players. I won't name any names, and that's all everyone ever talks or cares about is like these 5 specific guys.
Right.
And even though that their content can sometimes be like really subpar, which is sad.
Right. Yeah.
Total War is such a huge, history-spanning genre, so it's kind of sad to see the subpar content sometimes come out. But with the hub, I think it'll really help bring to the forefront a bunch of new, good Total War commentators.
Yeah, fresh new people. As you guys know, some people like Prince and Massa and Eric Carthage. They were the first generation of Total War players. So they kind of brought on the new players. Over the generations. I think myself as a 4th or maybe 5th generation Total War player. So yeah.
Right, yeah, I think with the hub, especially if it gets big, it can really bring a lot of new commentators who can offer a bit more to the table when it comes to finding someone you actually want to watch, aside from the big top 4 or 5 that everyone always talks about.
Right, that is true. I will agree with you on that. All right, guys, so he answered that big question for you. That was a pretty big question, in my opinion. I thought it was a pretty great answer. Now, a question for you is, what kind of content did you originally want to post? What I'm trying to say is, what content did you want to make your channel a little bit special?
Although I've always wanted to do like history and strategy-based games on my channel, originally one of the first Let's Plays we did was that of Napoleon Total War. It was a co-op campaign, and it was me and my friends, Polly. We met in DayZ, and he was way into Total War 2. So we started doing that, but it kind of lost steam, and we kind of had conflicting schedules and interests, and that broke apart.
Oh, but, yeah.
The overall genre still remains the same. I like doing strategy. I like doing things that make me think.
Yeah, I think me and you met when you were a pretty small YouTuber back then. I guess I think I was doing my Shogun 2 Total War campaign for the very first time. I was pretty nervous about that as well.
Yeah, I started posting some of those Napoleon gameplays, and I saw you pop up on my feed. I was like, oh, damn, this guy's pretty good. So that's when we met.
Right? I mean, you see, everybody's making friends through Total War. You have to make friends. It's that easy.
It's funny, too, because Total War is all about crushing your enemies and killing a lot of people, but, making friends, too.
Exactly. Thank you for that excellent answer there. Can you tell us a little about yourself? More about yourself.
All right, yeah. I live in the USA, Northeast. I'm a 20-something, so anywhere in that 20s range. I think a lot of YouTubers are, especially guys that make content. And,
you're right.
Always played video games. I'm pretty much a huge nerd. Although I might not be smart enough to be a nerd, I might actually be a geek because I just like the game and just eat Cheetos and stuff in my boxers.
Right. That is. Yeah. I do every now and then. If I have those off days from work, that's my day to be off. Oh
hell yeah! Especially if you're playing Total War too, because you can get you can just sit back with the Cheetos and just not stop.
Right, that is true. I see that you have channel reviews on your channel. What made you get into reviewing video games?
When I was in high school, I had a friend who actually ran a video gaming website, which is actually kind of weird because I didn't know someone in high school could end up doing that, but apparently he could. So I ended up reviewing console games like the PS2. So we've always had kind of a history with reviewing, and I've always had a knack for writing. So I worked for a few other websites as well. One was called Steam Addicts. It was kind of like a blog that reviewed and did articles on the Steam platform and Valve and things like that. And
Right.
it fell apart sometime maybe 3 years ago. And ever since, I kind of wanted to get back into the reviewing game, but I had no platform to do it. So when I
Right.
started my YouTube channel, I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I know how to make videos now. Maybe I can do video reviews. I've never
Oh
done
yeah.
that before.
Oh right. Remember?
So, yeah.
Yeah, me and you talked about that as well a little bit. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so I just decided, like, you know, I'll see how that goes. And I think it went pretty well. They're some of my highest viewed videos on the channel, so I'm doing something right.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this one right here for your War Thunder review, 6,000 views. That's really good. You know, that's really, you know, something special there. You know, you guys go check that out.
Yeah, it's not bad for a channel that's like not even a year old yet.
Exactly. I mean, you're progressing. You know, you're becoming from someone small to something big. You know, keep doing what you got to do.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so since he gave us that great answer, one last question for you: what are your upcoming projects for the future viewers can watch and enjoy?
Well, they're all top secret. If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
No, don't do that.
No, that would be bad. No, I got a few things planned. I'm actually slacking. I haven't uploaded anything in 3 weeks, which is kind of pathetic. Because of that, I'm still kind of pondering.
Well, everyone has their hiatus at the moment. I went through my hiatus when I was beginner. Everyone goes through it. You have to sometimes. You kind of get that doubt that no one's really caring about you. You make videos for the people, and you get that doubt, but then something will just pep you back up and bring you back up.
Well, the real thing is, too, I wanted to play a Rome 2 single-player campaign to completion, but that game ended up being such a disaster for me and on my rig that I can't actually do it. So since that kind of fell through, I don't have a fallback. So I'm kind of working now on a few things I kind of want to do. I just need to piece it together and try to work on something decent. Something will come soon.
Oh yeah, well as long as they keep coming out with patches, it's going to take at least about probably even a year just to get the game going. Even on my rig plays Shogun with like 60 frames, but with the optimizations Rome 2, I'm only in multiplayer where I get like 50, 60. Anything else in campaign, I still get 30. And my GPU is a budget GPU, so I know. But the processor is pretty OP. The processor is an old Core 2 Quad. It's overclocked to kind of keep up with the i5s at the moment. But yeah.
Right. Yeah, we've had many discussions in your PC.
Oh yeah, we have many discussions there. All right, guys. Hey, Cabal, do you have any last words to end our viewers here?
I hope the whole Total War Hub thing works out for everybody. I honestly think it's a pretty cool idea. And I hope, everyone really kind of breaks into a whole new era of the Total War content because, Creative Assembly, that developer has always been one of my favorites. And as long as they keep making good games and updating their games that, aren't so good, Rome 2, I think there's always going to be a bunch of good content on YouTube that reflects that. So.
Yep, right. All right, so thank you for letting me interview you for the hub. Thank you. Thanks again, many thanks. Even from our other 10 hub, other 10 hub reviewers. Thanks for letting me do this. It's a pleasure for us to help you out and stuff. But,
absolutely, man. Thank you for the opportunity. I hope everybody turns out great. I hope everyone really grows from this.
Yeah, I hope, it's all about growing, all about becoming better, doing it for the people,
Absolutely.
All right, so thanks a lot, and see you later.
Anytime.